What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and I know a lot of you guys have questions about the new Ultimate Legends that were put out. I just want you guys to understand, the limited time card, Ronde Barber, the dude's trash. He's going to be very, very cheap. Obviously, he can't really go under 250 because he's a limited and he quick sells for that. So the big name cards are going to be obviously Bo Jackson and LT. So you're looking for Bo and you're looking for LT, but many of us are trying not to spend as much. Now, remember this, guys. I did not finish my free Ultimate Legend player yet. So if you look over in my exchange set, I still have 2 more weeks to go. I have this week, and if they release more Ultimate Legends next week, I'm going to be able to go ahead and get a free player. So this is completely out of the equation right now. Will I get lucky and pull one of them? Maybe. Many of you guys, well, all of you guys should have at this point received your free Ultimate Legend player if you did complete the set prior to this week. There was some problems with it. EA was all over it, to their credit, and many of you guys got everything back, and also an additional Ultimate Legends fantasy pack. But listen though, getting to getting down to the nitty-gritty, as they like to say, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the current prices right now to kind of give you guys an assessment for it. Now, usually we would go after using the 99 overall power-up pass, but in this case right now, my 99 overall power pass is on Randy Moss, aka Randito Mosito, and I gotta wait for him to come down a little bit more because I don't want to spend all my coins on transplanting that 99 overall power pass. So I wanted to show you guys that first because that's the way that we usually do it. We move around the power pass and try to get it to the right player so that, we make the coins back after we already bought another card. So you pretty much sell a card back that you got, put the power pass on somebody else, and you keep recycling it. That's what it's about. But in this case, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. I'm going to explain to you guys why. So when you take a look at these cards right now, right? Bo Jizzle is still at about 100K. Well, 800K, I meant to say. 839. He's gone as high as a 1.1 mil. He's dropped. I think he'll be about 700, 600 within the next coming days. Unless for whatever reason somebody figures out he's an ultimate glitch. Now, I don't know if he's going to be like your air trucking superhero, but Alvin Kamara, Saquon Barkley, those guys are undersized players that actually air truck. So if you guys are having success with air trucking with Bo Jackson, let me know in the comment section, because when he first came out, air trucking wasn't really, everybody wasn't really making it a thing. At this point right now, you guys are looking for people over 240 or whatever to make it happen, but some undersized players are still doing it. The one thing that I want to point out though, I would not waste time powering him up from scratch because he already meets the threshold with most of what you need at the running back position. Core 99 speed, 99 brake tackle, 99 truck. It doesn't matter what his spin move is. We'll check it though. 91. He spins like a top. We all know that. He had a very, very low spin move earlier in the year, and he was unbelievable. Dude was spinning around everywhere. So we all know about that situation. All right. Also, I got some gameplay coming with Bo Jackson at quarterback. I think you guys are going to like that. Yeah, he has a quarterback card. I would not recommend using him though, unless you have a high threshold for pain. The release of his card is very, very, like the release on his the ball, very, very disgusting. But it was real fun to use him because when you roll outside the pocket, he's a running back. So it's kind of cool, but that's part of his Ultimate Legend set. So I want to make sure you guys understand, you don't have to go the power-up route with this guy. You can simply just go ahead and lurk this or do the, the item set that I'm going to show you guys in a second. We'll check those prices as well. And then obviously we're going to take a look at Lawrence Taylor. All right, so now with Lawrence Taylor, we already have him pretty much powered up. So because we have him powered up already, it doesn't really, it's kind of difficult to say not to go the route of just using the power-up pass because all he needs in his power-up path is that 99. So he's at 855. The other guy's about 815. We just saw that. So that's the first thing now that you have to do. Now, if you want both of them, you're going to have to pony up the dough, obviously, for one and use the power-up pass on the other. But the cheapest way that it's going to happen is if you already, like myself, kept the card previously powered up. If you did not have him previously powered up, you're going to have some issues, right? You're going to have to be like, all right, dude, do I want to go through this whole thing of going from scratch and doing this all over again? Many of you guys don't want to do that at this time because it's so late in the year. It's like, yo, I'll just get the 99. But this is a perfect example of being able to use a 99 overall power pass and not really spend if you don't have to. So like I said before, I'm contemplating on Randy Moss, his price coming down a little bit, so I can just throw the power-up pass right into this set and just get him done. So he's going to be a guy I'm going to get a little bit later on. Once everything calms down with the Randy Moss, I'll go ahead and do it that way and just pretty much just add the stuff to him because you can see there, if you already had him powered up to his previous card, all you have to do is add the 99, which is perfect for the power-up pass. All right, so that's usually the two options that we're gonna have. Now with the set pieces is what gets really crazy, because people are really wild with what they're charging for it. So I'm not gonna promote for you guys to go out there and deal with that. I think it's kind of wild with the way that everything is currently right now. But Bo Jackson, if you wanted to go the set route, these cards, the secondary cards are very expensive. So this right here, this is kind of weird because I actually used them and then sold them back for about, I think like $3.99 with the QB card right here. I will let you guys know again, I do not think it's smart. I honestly do not think it's smart to even try to, his card, he cannot throw the football, even with the gunslinger. His release is just really disgusting. So you're looking at that, plus you got to get 4 of these. And then when you start to do the math and add everything up, this is another 200K. So you're looking at 600 right there. And then you got to add these last 4. So whatever this is, 4 times that, that's 80. So you're looking at about 680K for his card. Now you see that he's selling for 815. If you want to take the chance and go ahead and do a set and make about 100K, that's fine. Similar to LT. Now remember, like I said, because we can wait for Randy Moss to kind of dwindle down in price, we can probably get away with using the power-up pass in this regard right here. So I'm gonna keep gearing it up like that so that you guys understand. We do have options with certain cards, and you don't want to overspend on both. So I wouldn't really go too crazy about it. And then finally, when we go down to the Randy Moss set, it's his 93s that are really crazy. Those are the ones that it's like, yo, bro, you guys are wilding out. They've come down a little bit, so that's like 140. That's like 280 for those 4. And then I think that this guy, how much was this guy? So that's like 280, and then we have this, 109. So that's about 380. And then I think, what do we have? 3 of these. So that's 380 plus. Okay, so we could probably snipe these now, as a matter of fact, and pay a lot less for it. So let's do that now. Let's go ahead and grab 3 of these. We're gonna just go ahead and complete, because we have enough, and he's that much cheaper. I just didn't want to spend what I just showed you guys. His card is going for a decent amount. It's like 600 and change. So we can save right now with the way that it is, because the other prices came down a little bit. So we'll grab those 3. We're gonna go grab the other ones. That's gonna be about, it's gonna be about 380 more to kind of finish this guy's set. But this is the only other avenues right now based on the way that spending is going. Like, bro, do you want to play around with this? Like, do you want to go ahead and try these cards out and then know that you have, cards that you can sell back? Or do you want to just wait for the price to drop? You can always just wait for the price to drop, but we don't know where it's going to drop and how long that's going to take. It could take 1 day, it could take 2. It's up to you how long you want to wait for it. But these cards that I'm buying right now were at 149 and all kinds of other weird stuff earlier. It was like real stupidness that was going on. Because everybody knows that we're going to try to recycle the 99 overall power passes. So people do that intentionally. So that's the reasoning behind that. The only thing that this justifies for us right now is that we're going to be able to save a little bit and then, complete the set and know that we have the Randy Moss card. And that's pretty much it. So we'll go ahead and do this right now. And then we'll go ahead and complete the Lawrence Taylor. But this is another thing that you got to understand. I don't think that LT is going to be much more of a difference over Charles Haley. I honestly don't think that. But it's better to be safe than sorry. So that's why I'm going to test it out and let you guys know what's going on in that regard. So that way everybody pretty much understands more or less what they're getting themselves into. So let's go ahead right now and just back out and do that. Now look, we didn't really save as much because, like, when you are going through those set pieces, it's going to add up. It's pretty much just what it is. It's just going to definitely just add up. It's a thing. Like, that's even with the way that we just did a quick running, like 280, 380, it costs more because of just the way that guys add extra parts onto the cards as it goes up. So every card is not the same price, and we spent like 70 for the last lower level ones. But like I said, for the informative parts of the video, I just want to make you guys see, the process. For those of you guys that's never seen it. So I'm going to take this off of him. I'm going to take the 99 pass off, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give him his actual card right now. So this was a guy that I was using it on. Now we'll go ahead and do that. Now, for whatever reason, if his price remains the same, and I'm due another 99 overall power pass just for logging in, playing 2 games, and opening a pack from the store every day in like another couple days. So I'm going to have another 99 overall power pass anyway. So I'll be able to go ahead and fix that right away. The bigger issue is this, though. We're going to be trying out LT for that much cheaper right now, right? because we're going to use the power-up pass in his set and see exactly what's going on, see the numbers and everything that goes on with his card. Again, is he better than Charles Haley? I wouldn't say that, but again, we have to see, like, does it really make sense to get him, what the deal is? Is he a better pass rusher? That's what you guys use me for, to kind of see what's going on, and then you guys make your decisions. I have a feeling, though, that EA is going to make him a little bit more glitchy than he's supposed to be, because it's LT. And that's just the way it goes. As far as the abilities and everything that's going to be on him, at this point, I think what we have to check what we have on the other players. Because I think we had pass rush on Charles Haley. He might have that on him, so we got to make sure we do the same abilities and everything like that. And then we would pretty much go from there. So let me just make sure. So he is... What does he have on him? What is Charles Haley doing? Pass rush and... Okay, so he has pass rush ×4. So we would pretty much give him all these different abilities that we have. El Toro, no outsiders, unpredictable, and I gave him Ripper. Now guys, just hear me out with this. This is all an experiment. So in some games this is gonna work, and in some games it won't. I may end up just going back to edge threat and unpredictable and no outsiders or something like that. Because in most cases, you just don't get the same type of pressure. So it's not necessarily true that I'm going to go through and do all of these different things, but I just want you guys to see, you know, what's going on with the card itself. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to add everything to him, let you guys see it, and then that'll be pretty much it. I'll go and lab him up and probably just go from there and see what's happening with it. Just keep in mind though, that regardless of how you do it, you can see that I'm giving 5 ability points to both my outside pass rushers, right? And in certain cases, it'll work out, you know, very, very well. In certain cases, it won't. Like, in certain cases, it'll be wild and ridiculous, but it is what it is. So we're going to add Lawrence Taylor there, right? I don't know what this guy is doing. Does this guy have lockdown as a backup? Let me see something. Hold up. Wait a minute. Okay, he's still a 99. I'm just going to give him the outside thing there. Because we're keeping Ricky Jackson, of course. What does this guy have on him? Let me just make sure, because I think I might have gave him lockdown. Or did I give him pass rush too? What does he have on his card? Just so we can make sure exactly what we're doing. We could actually just check this way too. Does he light up a pass rush? Okay, so we gave him lockdown then. He has lockdown as a backup. All right, so that's important because you'll see that pass rush dropped to below what it's supposed to be. Lockdown is exactly at 50 of 50. So when we add the other card back in, we're gonna have to actually give him, you know, the corresponding abilities to make sure that it works. So just so you guys see what we're gonna be having on this guy, we're gonna give him pass rush ×4. We're gonna give him the sprinter ×2. All right, and we're gonna obviously take out Ahmad Brooks and just add Charles Haley as a backup, and then we're gonna give him the left outside linebacker position, so that way the chemistries count and everything is good with that situation. His front arc, we're gonna give him that one right there, and then I'm gonna let you guys get a quick look at his numbers, and that's pretty much what it is. Like I said, as far as the abilities, I gotta go ahead and gauge it to kind of see what I want to do, but more than likely it's gonna be edge threat, unpredictable, and no outsiders. So let's take a look at that. Pretty much, I think he's like a duplicate of Ricky Jackson, which is what makes his card very, very dangerous, and I think he's gonna be pretty good in the game. But again, I'm gonna get back to you guys with this. We are gonna figure out a way to get Bo Jackson. I'll keep you guys up to date with that, and that's pretty much where we're gonna be with it. So tread lightly. Those are the best ways to do it. Don't just go outright and spend the 1.6, you know, the 800K twice, because it won't work out in the same regard. I want to thank you guys and girls for watching. Hopefully you're having a beautiful and blessed day. Happy Memorial Day to all. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love, y'all.